Okay, here is what we are looking at for the day. It looks like a up. It's kind of like a range day with an upward bias, is what I'm thinking. But the bias definitely did feel up. You had this big leg up here. Let's go ahead and measure that. I didn't measure that. And you had a lot of these sharp legs up. Let's see. That here. So yeah, it went a little bit higher than that. But you can see there's like a level of resistance at that point for the measured leg. Just put that over here. So we had this big leg up at the beginning of the day, and then prices kind of ranged above the overnight highs. So we have the overnight highs here, overnight lows here, and we had this range up here, and then price made two legs down, and then we had this upward channel here with like look at this big leg up. That's why the bias just felt up today. And let's just look at these trades. I'm back on the West Coast, so these times are in West Coast time, Pacific Standard Time. So this first trade came at, I think this was like 527 or something. And this is a second entry. Oh, actually, it's not a second entry short, but it kind of looks like a second entry short, and it's off the trend line. Or excuse me, it's off the EMA in a downtrend. So I actually might want to mark that as aggressive because it's not technically a second entry short. But that's a good move off the EMA, and we made a lower low here, so that's why I like that. You get a big move down, but then once prices make this big move up, back above the overnight lows. Well, I guess this would be the overnight low because this was at 6 a.m. So anyway, prices bounce, come above the EMA. And you get a failed second entry short here. First entry, second entry, it's above the EMA. It's off this trend line that you could have drawn and you would have had. So this works. This looks good. It's a failed second entry short, close to the EMA, off the trend line, and look at that move up. If you wanted to be aggressive, you could take this higher low, but look how far that is from the EMA. It's just not a good entry to take. However, if you're patient, you get this failure right here. It's after the first break of this trend line, and you get an engulfing bar. So I put, this is a very bearish bar, but it's only the first break of this massive uptrend. So I do like this failure. It's not, maybe off this low, is it a first entry? No, it's not a first entry short or long, so that's why it's aggressive. But it's after the first trend line break, after a big move up, and prices move up, a big leg up again. They go above the overnight highs and make another leg up, and then they come down. Prices come back to the EMA. They actually break through the EMA. I'm sure a bunch of people got trapped going long right here. So it's kind of surprising that this only went this far down. And prices found support at the overnight highs again. And I like this. This is a higher low off the overnight high. It closes right at the EMA. So that's going higher. I like that entry. It kind of looks like a second entry as well. If you look at this as the first leg, second leg. But it might actually be aggressive, but I like it. It's a higher low. And prices, yeah, by this point we realize prices are just ranging. People are probably getting chopped up. Make this high on a bearish bar. Prices come back down, hang out around the EMA for a little bit, and then we get this lower high. I really like this because if you draw this level of resistance off these highs and these closes, You get a nice lower high right at that point, far from the EMA, a very bearish bar, and you know people are trapped going long above this bar. So I like that. Especially if you were hesitant here, maybe even enter below here, this bar, because there's still room to scalp out to the EMA. So anyway, prices come down to this level, hang out a little bit, and then we get this. This is a second entry short, first entry, second entry, but it's in a range. So this is very aggressive, but it does close below the EMA if you're going short. And once prices get to here, you might have this trend channel drawn. And I drew a square here because this is definitely aggressive, but if you have this trend channel drawn, prices are making their way back up to the EMA and the trend channel. So you go short beneath two areas of resistance. And prices keep working their way down this channel. I can't really see a good entry here, especially since prices aren't making it to the bottom of this channel anymore on this swing low and this swing low. It gets the feel that this channel is going to break soon. Get a big move down, and then the channel breaks. Big move up, but I don't see how you could enter that, unfortunately. Let's see. Get this like small channel. This looks like a second entry short. That's why I marked that. It's off the trend line and the EMA. So that's why I marked this. But it's not technically a second entry short because these are not the low of the swing. This is the low of the swing. Then prices hang out around this red channel that I didn't have drawn. Let's see at what point could I have had that drawn. So that's the point where I could have had that drawn. But that's just the second time it touches, so that's not confirmation of the trend line. We get this big sharp move up, and then you get this higher low, and it's low risk. So that's why I marked that 4 ticks, very low risk, and look at that big move up. We should expect at least a little more movement up. Then prices range back and forth around the overnight highs, and this looks like perfect market geometry. You get the top of the range, that space in between the overnight highs and the top of the range looks like the same distance between the overnight high and the bottom of this range. And prices are just going back and forth here. I marked this as aggressive, this move right here. It's a lower high, far from the EMA, but the reason I marked it as aggressive is because it's trending, prices are trending up. However, we didn't really get any, I guess, yeah, this would probably be at the midline of this range. So yeah, that's definitely aggressive. Prices just come back though. That would have been good enough for a scalp. Prices come back, range a little bit more, and then they bounce off the opening price. This kind of looks like a pullback to the EMA, and it's the trend line, so you don't get a good signal bar here, and you don't get a higher low to enter anywhere in here. You might enter on this bar, but it looks aggressive. Looks aggressive, far from the EMA, far from the trend channel or the channel line. And so we make this move up, big move up again, and prices kind of find resistance down here, bounce, come back down, bounce a little bit. And you know, this, you can see people got comfortable with this bounce, so they went long here and they got trapped, and that's why you get this big move down. But I like this. Well, I did like this when I was looking at it during the day because I thought this green channel was holding prices. Clearly, this is a break. I took this because this is the first break of the channel, and we're expecting move to a new high, and there's plenty of room back to the EMA. And that took us to 12 o'clock. So that's what I saw today. Hope everyone did well. Hopefully I can make a video tomorrow. I've been a little busy, but we'll see. Thanks for watching.